Well, breaking news just coming in. Sources have revealed some of the names in the 23-year-old coup plotters list to ANN7. President Jacob Zuma's name features atop of the hit list compiled by the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. The president's son is also on the list. All the Gupta brothers' names also feature prominently on the list of those to be assassinated. Eskom chairman Ben Ngubane and former Eskom CEO turned Member of Parliament Brian Molefe's names also feature high on the hit list of the coup plotters. Remember that the Hawks told the media, actually updated us this morning, that 23 people, including the ministers and prominent South Africans, were on the hit list of the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. Well, ANN7 reporter Calden Ongmu joins us now on the phone line. A very good morning to you, Calden. Thank you so much for joining us. What insight can you give us into this breaking news just coming in?
Thank you so much, Kyoda Pechi. It's really shocking. South Africans are not usually, aligned with such kind of news where there's literally a coup, mulling to kill or assassinate people in numbers. So what we do know as of now from the Hawks statement is that a 23-year-old has been arrested for allegedly plotting to assassinate officials perceived as state capture beneficiaries. Now, you must remember now, Obia, they're just talking about state capture beneficiaries. Who are the people on the list? My sources in some political parties who've seen the list of names have confirmed to ANN7 that amongst them, on top of the list, is President Jacob Zuma's name, one of his sons' name, we don't know which son, but one of his sons' name, all Gupta brothers' names, Ben Ngubane, as well as Brian Molefe. Now, my sources also say that we are going to be shocked if you hear other names. But we do know tomorrow the 23-year-old suspect is expected to appear before Johannesburg Magistrates Court. He will be facing conspiracy to commit murder and other charges. However, Hawks in the statement has said that bail will be opposed to allow further investigations. Now, remember, yesterday it took place in Midrand, according to Hawks' statement, that they say that as and when this group of people were plotting and having the meeting, they arrested them. But right now, at this given point of time, we have no clear indication as to only one person has been arrested. We are trying to get further information on that. We will try and keep our viewers update on the story and see whether there are other people in. But if we go through the Hawk statement, it's really bizarre because people are talking about donors. It seems like the Hawks was on it since last year, end of the year, on this specific investigation, and they said that there were donors who were donating money up to tune of about 140 million rand. So it will be a very unique court case that we will be looking at tomorrow because, like I mentioned earlier, that South Africans are not used to hearing such news of a coup plot, trying to assassinate or murder such large number of people, and amongst them, obviously, the number one citizen of the country, that is President Jacob Zuma.
Well, thank you so much for that update and that insight. That was our reporter, Calden Ongmu, joining us there on the phone line, giving us some insight into breaking news coming in about a few names that feature on the arrested 23-year-old coup plotter list. Well, we had breaking news that just came in. Just to reiterate that breaking news are coming in. Sources have revealed that some of the names in the 23-year-old coup plotters list to ANN7. Now, President Jacob Zuma's name features atop of the hit list compiled by the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. The president's son is also on the hit list, and all the Gupta's brothers' names also feature prominently on the list of those to be assassinated. Eskom chairman Ben Ngubane and former Eskom CEO turned Member of Parliament Brian Molefe's names also feature high on the hit list of the coup plotters. Now, remember that the Hawks told media that about 23 people, including ministers and prominent South Africans, were on this hit list of the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. Just to reiterate that breaking news that just came in, sources have revealed some of the names in the 23-year-old coup plotters list to ANN7. President Jacob Zuma's name features top of the hit list compiled by the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. The president's son is also on the list. All the Gupta brothers' names also feature prominently on the hit list of those to be assassinated. Eskom Chairman Ben Ngubane and former Eskom CEO turned Member of Parliament Brian Molefe's names also feature high on the hit list of the coup plotters. Remember, the Hawks told media that about 23 people, including ministers and prominent South Africans, were on the hit list of the so-called anti-state capture death squad alliance. Well, ANN7 reporter Kelvin Ongmu joins us back on the phone line. A very good morning to you, Kelvin. Thank you so much for joining us again. And now, just on this breaking news coming in, you mentioned that the Hawks had received some tip-offs in October 2016, but they only made an arrest just recently. Why do you think it took so long to make an arrest, and why only just one person?